Alright guys, we're on to the next step here. Degassing the wine. So, I gotta open this thing up and get the gas out of it. And what we're gonna use is this bad boy right here. I've already sanitized it. Just got it on the end of my drill. Sprayed it down with some good old Star Sand. We're gonna go ahead and get it in the fermenter here and get the gas out of this. So this should be a nice bubbly ordeal. So I'm just going to take the lid off here. And before we do that, let's talk about the instructions real quick. It says stir your wine vigorously with a long mixing spoon. Well, for 2 to 3 minutes. Well, we're just going to use this degassing tool here and it will speed up the process. Mix the contents of the pouch marked potassium metabisulfite, which is this stuff right here. Mix it into 50 milliliters of cool water until it's dissolved, and add it to the wine and stir, which we will stir in with the degassing tool here as well. And then we're going to add in the Kieselsaal and stir that in, and then we're going to add in the chitosan and stir that in, and then we're going to add the potassium sorbate in some water and dissolve it and add it. So we're going to add them in those steps, and then we'll put this back on, let it sit for another week, and then we will move it to another fermenter for it to continue to clear up. Or we'll move it to another fermenter to mix in the strawberry additive, and then we can put it in bottles. So let's go ahead. We're almost at the end of this. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and I got a little jar here. I got another jar here. We're gonna go ahead and mix in a couple ounces of water here. I'm trying not to spill it. Okay, that's about a couple ounces. I've got this potassium metabisulfite that I'm going to add in to this water. So go ahead and add it in here and dissolve it. Pretty powdered up stuff here. Going to mix that up real good. Alright, I'm just going to set that aside. Let's go ahead and get the lid off and degas this Mahjong. Okay, I'm just going to set the lid over here, pat it away. Let's move the camera in so you can get a better view of this. Alright, here we go. I'm going to start slow and just stir this around a little bit. Oh, look at all that CO2. Slow it down a little bit. Slow her down just a little bit. Look at all that. That's all that CO2 coming out. Stir a little bit slower. But you gotta get as much of that CO2 out of there as possible. Without making a mess. I'll tell you what, this is so different than beer, because this is the last thing you would do with a finished beer product. Or I mean, after fermentation, this is like one thing you would not want to do. Man, crazy how much the volume level rose. And it's important to get the gas out of the wine because otherwise the clarifiers are not going to work right, because the gas in the liquid will keep them from performing properly. I've been reading up on this a little bit. Now most people do this in a carboy, But SS Brewtech says people that make wine in their brew buckets all the time, so we're just gonna roll with that. Oh wow, look at that. I reversed the drill and it doesn't perform the same, but look at all those bubbles, man. Wow, look at that, guys. Insane. So much CO2. Let's start the other way. All right, this is almost like, I think that's pretty good, man. We really got it woke up. So just gonna set this over here for now. We're gonna go ahead and add in the metabisulfite now. I'm gonna stir it in. Gonna gently stir it in. Okay, that's pretty well stirred in. Alright, set that over there. Alright, what did it say next to mix in? Let's see here. Alright, next we're gonna add in the Kiesel Sol, which is, I think it's this clear stuff. Yeah, we're gonna add in this pouch, Kiesel Sol, and stir. We're gonna add this first, stir it in, and then we're gonna add the chitosan next. So I'm gonna cut this open in the corner. Okay. I'm just going to pour it in there. Alright, now we're going to mix that in. Okay, that's pretty good. Now let's add the chitosan. Okay, just some syrupy stuff, man. We'll mix that in as well. That's pretty well mixed in. Alright, what's next? Just mix potassium sorbate in water as well, so let's go ahead and do that. I have 2 packs of this. Alright, we'll mix both of them. He gave me 2 pouches of potassium sorbate. So we're going to use them. I'm going to go ahead and get our spoon here. Just going to pour these couple ounces of water into here. Okay, that's probably about 3 ounces of water, but we'll run with it. Alright, potassium sorbate into the jar we go. Oh, this ain't gonna be as easy, is it? Let's do one at a time, I guess. Okay, here's one. Oops, wrong jar. Here's one. Go ahead and mix it in there. And we'll go ahead and add the other one too. Comment below, guys, if you made wine before and I'm doing this wrong. This is completely off the cuff, man. But yeah. So we're just gonna mix this up real good. Sort of. Dissolve as much as I can here. It does dissolve pretty alright. Kind of a chalky looking stuff, man. Alright. Go ahead and pour it in. And then I'll stir that in as well. Alright. And let's see if that's it, guys. Yeah, if I had wine conditioner, I may mix it in. Mine doesn't have wine conditioner. I think I've mixed everything in. Ensure your carburetor is full within 2 inches of the airlock. Oh, it's it's up there, man. Foam wise. All right, let's put the lid back on. Okay. Go ahead and put the lid back on her. Get our handy dandy airlock. Put it back in place. Come on, airlock, sit in there. Okay, airlock's in place. Lock down the fermenter lid again. And that's it, man. Look at it. Already starting to try to bubble on me. And that's gonna happen. We're gonna get more, we're gonna get airlock activity again, probably because of all that CO2 escaping. But the next step will be transferring to a different fermenter, mixing with the fruit essence, and then bottling this. And I'll tell you what, man, this smells incredibly good, guys. It smells really, really good. So that's it for now. We'll let this kind of sit and clarify for the next 10 days. Move it to the next fermenter. Add the this little pouch here. We're gonna add this strawberry essence pouch next, and that will go. It'll be like mixed in, lightly mixed in, and then we will bottle the wine, and then it'll sit for a little bit, and then we will try it out. But it smells incredible. I mean, it's just so much different than making beer. It smells better. Like, beer smells good when you make it, right? But it's a different kind of smell. This is more of like a sweet aroma as it ferments. It just smells completely different than. You've heard me describe when beers ferment. They smell, sometimes they smell kind of sulfury. The lagers do. They smell kind of sulfury, but depends on what kind of beer you're making. Because if you're making like a Belgian wit or something like that, then you're going to get some of that fruity ester smells. And those smell kind of sweet too. They smell like kind of like bananas a little bit. But so we'll get back once it's time to move this to the other fermenter. So we're going to let this sit for a little bit. Cheers, everybody. So I have a special guest with me here to my right. It would be probably your left. That's my mom.
Hey, everybody.
Substantially shorter than me. She's going to help me bottle this wine that we've been waiting for 3 or 4 weeks. So cheers. She's having one of my beers. What do you think of my beers, Mom?
They're delicious. Can't get enough of them.
That's a very good answer. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and add this. There's an essence bag in here with strawberry in it, and we're gonna mix that in with the wine, and then we're gonna bottle this wine. So I'm hoping to get 30 bottles, but I'm thinking I'm gonna get 27 based on some calcs that I've done. I maybe get 27 bottles. It's supposed to make 30, but we'll see. So we're gonna go ahead, have another sip of our beers. All right, so let's get the strawberry essence mixed into the wine and get this wine bottled. All right, guys, so here's the wine. Got the essence bag here. It's this strawberry Frices or whatever. We're gonna go ahead and mix it in. I've got my sanitized stir tool sitting off camera over here. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the lid off here. I'm just gonna, hand it to my assistant to set that over by the sink, or in the sink. And so that's what it looks like on top. Yep, the clarifiers look like they work. It looks like it's a lot clearer. Kind of hard to tell on these steel fermenters, but we're gonna see. So I got the lid popped off this thing. We're gonna pour it in. Let's see here. There you go, strawberry essence.
Yum.
Got some chunks of sugar, it looks like there, where it kind of, some of the sugar kind of crystallized, but that's okay. So that won't make it into the actual bottles. Alright, I could rinse this, but I'm not gonna. This can go in the trash can. Next, I'm gonna take my sanitized stir tool here, just gonna kind of gently stir this strawberry flavoring in to the wine.
It smells good.
It does smell really good. Definitely smells prettier than beer. I do mean prettier. Beer always smells a little interesting when you're making it. But yeah, just gonna stir that in.
Almost smells like you're making ice cream.
Yeah, it's pretty berry smelling, that's for sure. Alright guys, that looks like that's stirred enough. I don't want to stir it too hard or anything. So, set that in the sink please. So it's been stirred in. Can I see the lid to the wine? Here. I'm just gonna set it back on top. Put the lid back on top here, just to keep any baddies from floating into it while we're doing this. I'm not locking it or anything, I'm just putting it back on. So now, let's get back to us on camera right quick. Her job is going to be corking and my job's going to be filling. And like I said, we're hoping to get like 30 bottles, we'll probably get 27. I'm hoping, and 27 is being optimistic. This is my first batch of wine. We'll see how it goes. So let's rock and roll. All right, so here goes, man. I'm gonna sanitize a bottle here. I actually had to buy another one of these because I had sold my old one because I wasn't bottling beer anymore, but here I am doing wine. We're gonna let this sit for a minute so the sanitizer has time to work. And I have a rack off camera here that I can put the sanitized bottles on. Just gonna sanitize a few of them here because I'm using iodine-based sanitizer. So I want to give them a minute for the iodine to really kill whatever could potentially be on the bottle, bacteria-wise. Here goes nothing. Couldn't fill up the wine. Pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
Flowing like a champ. Now, what did I tell you to do? You're gonna take the bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it here. Put it in the middle. There you go, it's in place. It's not going anywhere. Now you gotta put a cork in there, right?
Put a cork in there.
We're gonna try our first time with this.
And mash.
Just push down, and push your foot here so it doesn't slide. Go ahead. Muscles, muscles, muscles. Push, 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 push.
I did it!
You did it. Let's see how it looks. Did it go too deep?
Oh Lord.
No, that's not too bad. No,
Pretty cool.
that's pretty good. There's our wine. It's a little hazy, but not too bad. But yeah, there's one bottle. So let's go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so we got 27 bottles made like I thought we would. There you go. It looks a little hazy, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because I used the conical or whatever. It didn't tell me to rack it over to another fermenter or anything. It just told me just to mix in the strawberry and go with it. So we'll see how this turns out. But we do have an early sample of it right now that we're going to try.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
So, add a little bit left over, not enough to make a bottle, but we're going to try just a little sippy of it. There you go. And don't drink it yet.
Yum.
Patience.
Smells good.
Alright, I have my little sample here. She has her sample. Cheers. Let's try it out.
Mmm.
Yeah, it's a sweet.
It's very good. My favorite sweet taste.
Yeah, it's definitely got that, it's a sweet wine for sure. Very fruity. So it'll be interesting to see how this tastes over time as it ages, but.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good, man. Definitely tastes like a wine.
Mom's ready for a refill.
Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, it's only gonna get better as it ages. So, anyways, guys, I'll get back to you later when this wine is more ready to actually talk about in its older stage. But it's promising right now. It tastes like a fermented juice. So, anyways, till next time, say bye.
Bye.
See y'all. Alright, guys, so the wine is done. My mom's here with me again. She's visiting here right now, like I said earlier. She's gonna try this wine with me. It's been sitting in bottles for about over a week or so. And I'll show you one thing I've learned doing this. Is to say, when you make wine, it's clear now. I mean, you see it's really clear. But I bottled it too early. And you see there's some sediment there. Right here, there's a ring of sediment. So what I'm gonna have to do with these bottles is basically turn them up when I'm ready to use them, give them a good swirl. You're not gonna introduce any oxygen. Oxygen's all purged, like whatever little bit of oxygen's in there is in there, but I kind of swirl it enough to get that sediment knocked off the top. Once I have, then I'll just let it sit in the refrigerator until it clears. And now I'll have a little bit of sediment on the bottom, which I'll just like kind of pour off just off the top of that sediment, and then once I get to the very bottom of the bottle, then I'll just won't drink that part. Although really, you can drink it all. It's not gonna hurt you. It's just dead yeast at that point, and any little bits of fruit remnants. But now it's cloudy again. But this, I've been storing them like this in the box to keep the corks wet. So, and these are premium corks, but still, if you don't keep that cork wet, oxygen will get in the bottle and wreck your wine. So. Here is a refrigerated sample, pretty clear. So we're gonna pop this bottle open and try it out. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's right.
crumble
I
on
can
it.
just use this piece to
Yeah.
go ahead and give her a pour. There you go. Don't drink it yet. Nice rose color. It's a rosé Zinfandel. Strawberry Zinfandel. It's a rosé style. There you go. That's a pretty good color, man. Pretty clear wine. So we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pinky out, pinky out.
My goodness, that's delicious.
Not,
First time I've had homemade wine.
it's not dry at all. That strawberry essence pack that we added at the end is like the strawberry flavoring pack. Added a lot of sugar back into the wine and strawberry flavor, and you can definitely taste like the alcoholic dryness of the wine itself on the back end of the grapes. Yeah, it's good. I'm actually gonna send a couple bottles home with my mom here,
Oh yeah.
and hopefully she remembers to refrigerate it and stuff before she drinks it.
First thing I'll do when I get home, stick them in the fridge. This is very good. I've never had homemade wine. My son did an awesome job.
Now, this is my first wine. I'm sure all the other ones will be even better. Because we didn't, I didn't wait for it to clarify long enough. I should have gave it another week and let that stuff sit down to the bottom. But this next go round, we're gonna do it in the carboy. Why? I use my stainless steel fermenters for the beers because I'm not worried about them clarifying or whatever as much. But with wine, you really want a clear wine if you can get it. And the best way to monitor it is to have something you can see through. So I actually picked this whole carboy up for dirt cheap, man. It came with the carboy cleaner brush, not the brush, but so it came with this little drill attachment brush. Has a little stopper on it. You just stick it down in there and you hook your drill to it and it spins around and scrubs the inside of your carboy, which is an awesome tool. I had one back in the day. I got rid of it once I switched to stainless fermenters and the catalyst fermenter and those things. But I need one again to clean a carboy. And I do have the bucket blaster. I'll probably try the bucket blaster on it first, see how that does. But if the bucket blaster don't work, then I'll be using the spin brush on this. But I did buy some extra drill stops. But for $30, I got this brew strap hauler, or the brew hauler straps, the 6-gallon carboy, and that drill attachment. And those all together are way beyond $30 when you buy them separately. As together, like if you buy it all together, it's more than 30 bucks. So that was a bang for my buck for sure. But anyways, man, we're just gonna finish this wine, and that's the end of this wine video. So if you haven't, hit the like and subscribe button, and follow for more videos.
Very good.
Yeah. Cool. We have 23 more bottles left now. 24 bottles. So, but as it ages, I'm sure it's going to get even better. So the longer you can wait to open those bottles, the better. So
I'm gonna let mine stay in the refrigerator till Christmas time.
yeah. That's that Southern Belle twang you guys are here. Australian boys or anybody who's single.
Yeah.
She's looking for a man. She's looking for some man. She's laughing, but yeah.
Okay, son, I love you.
Love you too. So anyways, guys, we'll see ya. Cheers.
Bye. You silly thing.